Hi guys, in these long dark winter evenings I decided to glue something that has more details as usual. Yep, there couldn't be too much projects with scale models, so one more. M3 Grant, such a desert warrior from MiniArt production. We had review on it in previous episodes and today we initiate build of this kit. We can start as usual according to instructions, step-by-step build. At first we have to remove details we need from the sprue. They are grey, and prepare them and start the assembling process with the help of Tamiya's or some other glue for plastic models. Well, expected to be great level of assembly, but actually not everything perfect with connection here. There were some issues with detail, so we received some small gaps here, also minor gaps in front part, but it can be easily fixed with a filler or putty. After that we can move forward and apply upper constructional parts and panels. Connection here is an okay level. It could be better. This is not interior kit, so we have no worry about how it looks inside. The interior wouldn't be visible, I mean the inner part of this kit. From engine section we have some details without engine itself. Not 100% perfect connection, but all these sections wouldn't be visible as well, so no problems, but for interior kit, you should be attentive during this assembling process. Here we also have some metallic stuff that I glued, and actually this part of work completed. Nice detailing in general, and we can move forward to front part and side of this vehicle. I want to install spawn zone for main gun and some big side armor panels, so spawn zone at first we have outer and inner movable parts. Inside inner part I installed handlers and gun manlet, which can be moved on vertical axis. Now we can fix it, but very carefully, because if we want to keep it in a workable position we have to avoid too much glue here. We use here almost dry brush for this glue and little bit more glue. Check how it works, it seems to be okay. After that, detail that provides horizontal aiming. When ready we can glue outer part of the hull. I think we can insert inner part later. So at first big side armor plate and then spawn zone. Did it. Also we have front armor plate on its place and some other panels as well. Not the easiest installation process because of kinda complicated forms of this tank, but in general everything okay. Let's add some other parts. Such a typical curved planks for Grant and Sherman tanks. Interesting thing that we have doubled front machine guns here. I glued them in workable position and drilled additional holes inside barrels. So now they look a little bit better. Front armored plate took its place, so added here more details. Hopefully everything well here with the connection. Vertical plates and diagonal installed as well. Doors for crew compartment, handlers. Now we can return to engine section, well, at least where the engine could be located, but in our case we just have to close here everything with the under engine plates. And here would be a lot of metallic stuff, like this beautiful mesh from inbox photo-etch parts glued with the help of super glue gel. When this detail on its place we can add here one more armored plate. Connection is also good here, but several micro gaps are visible, but not a problem, we fill them with a putty. Actually all this section will carry a lot of other instruments, towing cable and handlers, and big amount of that details from metal. and it took a lot of time and patience, so let's run away from that work and routine process and do some other job. I prepared main 75mm again in a spawn zone. The good news, it has refilling inside the barrel from the box. Not unusual feature, but not so good news is that the hole inside the barrel wasn't in the center of the barrel, so I sand edges of this barrel a little bit and centrified in such a way that hole inside the barrel. And now in general it looks okay. Triplexes was masked with the help of masking tape. And one more thing, we have kinda gear here, which corresponds to the rotating mechanism inside, which of course not workable, so I sand it a little bit to reduce the friction, and I guess it provides more smooth horizontal rotating process of this gun. Before gluing of this big part, all other details like triplexes should be installed. Okay, this task completed and hull assembled. Now smaller details all around the vehicle. Also we have rollers, truck links and of course turret, which we'll assemble later. So main gun more or less workable on small amount of horizontal and vertical angles. Also we have very small gaps in some places, but that's not a problem. We will hide them with the putty. And a lot of metallic details we have on the under engine plate, especially a lot of handlers for instruments. Not so many instruments, but a lot of handlers for them, and we try and install them now. Okay, so let's for example install this shovel from plastic detail. It was prepared earlier and it should be located right in the middle here. And with the help of several metallic details we can fix it to this plate. So we cut off that details from metallic plate of in-box footage parts and then bend them with the tools according to instruction. We can use here tweezers or even 2 pairs of tweezers. Hopefully there are markings for metallic details, not for everyone, but for main part of them you can find markings where they should be located on the armor. So when details cut off from the plate we have to bend them, and then with the help of super glue gel we can install them on the armor. Next detail is a small belt, which I'm trying to make more rounded, and when ready, time for installation process. Not an easiest task, but we can do that. I think I could fix this shovel with the plastic glue. Anyway, we have to paint here everything together, both instruments and the tank itself, so we can glue it. And when all micro-metallic details were installed, the last thing was the towing cable. Unfortunately, MiniArt doesn't provide towing cables inside their kits. Unfortunately, so you have to find some other details somewhere, maybe upgrade parts. I use here very cool kit from Eureka, interesting set with a different towing cables with a different thickness that's suited for many tanks, and one of them I choose with a thickness of 75 millimeters, and it fits good here. So finally, rear part I think completed. There are several smaller details left from front part of this tank and in some other places, and of course rollers, truck links and a turret. Well, and we do that in the next episode. By the way, I tried a little bit work on main rollers and main carriages. Well, it seems that forms for that parts kinda a little bit exhausted, so the connection and the look of that details is worse than the rest of part of this kit, but still not a problem to assemble them, but they wouldn't be movable. Anyway, we do it in the next video. So seems to be not an easiest kit with a lot of plastic and metallic details, but with a high level of detalization that detail provides to it, and some minor issues, but the result should be great, I think. Big, medium tank, unusual tank, so hope you enjoy. Have a nice day and see you next time. Bye.